All right, we are back at it today and we're talking about the BlackVue Elite 9. If you've been waiting for a serious upgrade in the premium dashcam space, this is the one to pay attention to. We're talking about a full 4K front and 2K rear setup that comes packed with some genuinely amazing features under the hood. We're going to go over exactly what comes in the box, break down the main tech specs that actually matter. If you are trying to figure out if this is the right upgrade for your vehicle, you are in the right place. Subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get into it. First things first, let's talk about what's inside the box. When we pop the lid, the very first thing we see is a QR code. Do yourself a favor and scan that right away to download the BlackVue app because it makes the setup process way easier later on. Next, we have the hardware itself. The front camera records in 4K with a Sony Starvis 2 sensor, and it's paired with a rear camera that also rocks a Starvis 2 sensor, but in a 2K QHD resolution. Digging deeper into the packaging, we find the quick start guide and a bag full of essential accessories. You get a pry tool, spare adhesive pads just in case you need to remount the camera, and a dual port 12-volt cigar lighter adapter. That adapter is great because it lets you plug in the dash cam while still leaving a USB port open for your phone charger. You'll also find cable clips to keep your install looking clean. And don't forget the micro SD card. It is tucked away in the accessory bag, so make sure to take it out and slot it right into the front camera before mounting it. As for the cables, there is a USB-C power cable that plugs straight into a PD 3.0 port if your car has one, plus a standard raw hardwiring cable. But the most important wire in the box is the new 6 gigabit per second coaxial video cable that connects the front and rear units. Because the rear camera is now QHD, the data rate is significantly higher than older Full HD models. You'll actually see a little 6 near the front connector. So even if you are upgrading and already have a coaxial wire run through your headliner from an older unit, you really need to swap it out for this new one to prevent long-term signal errors. Let's get into the main features. Both cameras use those cutting-edge Sony Starvis 2 sensors, the IMX678 for the front and the IMX675 for the rear. Both feature high dynamic range, or HDR, which is incredible for maintaining detail in tricky lighting like bright sun glare or dark shadows. If you compare the lens hardware to the older 970X series, they look identical on paper. However, the Elite 9 features a dramatically faster chipset. This allowed the engineers to completely overhaul the image signal processing, making the Elite 9 leagues ahead of past 4K models when you look at the raw footage side by side. A massive part of that visual leap is the 12-bit recording. Standard dash cams record in 8-bit or 10-bit color. The Elite 9 captures over 68 billion colors and compresses them down, giving you incredibly true-to-life color accuracy. It also uses HEVC compression, which is the absolute gold standard right now. It gives you the highest possible video quality at the smallest file size, letting you make the most out of the newly supported 1 terabyte micro SD cards. But the absolute standout feature of the Elite series is the power-saving parking mode. The Elite 9 comes with a fast boot feature, allowing the camera to power on and start recording in less than 1 second. Because it wakes up so incredibly fast, the camera goes into a deep sleep when parked, drawing less than 1 milliamp of current. Standard dash cams draw over 300 milliamps in parking mode, so at 1 milliamp, the Elite 9 is virtually invisible to your car's battery. It just sits there, completely shut down and generating zero heat, which is an absolute lifesaver if you live in a hot climate and your car bakes in the sun all day. The second it detects a bump, it wakes up instantly, records a 1-minute event clip, and goes right back to sleep. Even on a standard car battery, this mode protects your vehicle for weeks. If you pair it with BlackVue's dedicated B130A Ultra battery, you can actually get up to 12 months of parking protection. And if you decide to use the traditional always-on parking mode instead, it still has high temperature protection built in to safely shut itself down if things get too hot. Of course, it wouldn't be a premium BlackVue without the cloud. BlackVue Cloud allows you to get push notifications straight to your phone the second an impact is detected on your parked car. You can connect it using a mobile Wi-Fi hotspot in your car, or you can pick up the dedicated LTE connectivity module, pop a SIM card in, and let the dashcam handle the connection itself. When using the power-saving parking mode, you can't just remote in randomly because the camera is asleep to save power. But if an impact happens, the camera wakes up, starts a live auto upload to the cloud, and you can jump in and watch the live feed from anywhere in the world while it's awake. So here's our final take. The BlackVue Elite 9 is probably the most complete high-end surveillance system we've tested so far. By combining the 4K Starvis 2 sensors with a parking mode that practically ignores your battery, they've solved the biggest trade-offs of owning a dashcam. The new 6 gigabit per second cable is mandatory to handle the 2K rear footage without interference. Even if the old one seems to work at first, it will eventually cause recording errors, so just do yourself a favor and run the new wire. So that is our complete breakdown of the BlackVue Elite 9. It's an incredible jump forward in clarity, color science, and long-term parking security. We'll put the links to the camera, the sample footage, and all the accessories we talked about down in the description so you can check them out. If you have any specific questions about the installation process, drop them in the comments below. We're here to help. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more tech breakdowns and gear reviews. Other than that, we hope you all have a simple day. Peace.